what are your views about India being an emerging global power as we have seen in the past this decade versus the previous decade? You'll see a major change in India becoming a global power. How do you see that map going forward, and how do you see the current situation?
So when we talk about geopolitics, the main stakeholders of geopolitics are the leadership. In our case, it's the PM, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and it's his third term now. And he was at it from the first beginning of his first term. We used to joke around a lot that PM Modi travels a lot. Rightly so. It was important, for that matter. Why he traveled was to create good relationship with the rest of the world. And I don't know if people like Narendra Modi or not. I think he's done great for India to put us on the global map. For example, his first term was to strengthen our ties with West Asia, which we see a problem at the moment in terms of conflicts that are happening there, mainly around Israel, which we'll talk more about. The first term was more about being close to West Asia. He got a lot of accolades, a lot of presence from the leadership of West Asia. The second term, I feel he focused more on the West. With the EU, with the US, try to create good relations. He had 2 visits to the United States. That's very rare for an Indian president. But he was trying to create good relationship with the US. He became a member of the Quad. Quad, as you know, is an integral part of the global dynamic these days, because there's a narrative that Quad aims to counter China. But PM Modi says, no, listen, it is for our economical and technological transfer and growth. And that's what we look at. Now, third term, like we said right now, you said, how is India placed at the moment? We have been seeing as a messiah for the rest of the world. We've been seeing as the voice of the global South, like we say. G20 we had organized recently. We organized the G20 last year. And we did a great job by including a lot of countries which weren't a part of it initially. When we speak about G20 was never taken seriously until 2008, the financial crisis that we saw in the United States. Before that, it was just, a place where people could come and chill. Now, we see giving it more importance when the main leadership of countries are involved in it as well. And like I said, India did great because it included a lot of different countries to be a part of it, especially the continent of Africa. And again, we'll talk about Africa later. But we are seen as the voice of the global South. Now, this term, I feel Modi ji should focus on our neighborhood. A lot of people would agree with me when I'll say that India's neighborhood is in a turmoil right now. We see a situation in Bangladesh. We are seeing situation in Pakistan. We don't have good relations with China. Bhutan, Maldives for that matter, and Sri Lanka, like we saw the financial crisis 2 years ago. So this is the situation at the moment. We must, the first rule of geopolitics is to always cater to your neighborhood. It's a saying, right? That neighborhood is the most important thing. And that's what our policy should be in this year, in this term of Modi. And because, like I said, there's a lot of problems in Bangladesh. There's a problem about the leadership change. And there's a lot of narrative of India out. We are perceived as a big brother. And with the kind of time we are living in, no one likes to be a younger brother or a big brother. But no one wants a big brother. We could be like, friends. That's what the aim should be. And the good part about our neighborhood is that we share a lot of soft power with them. We have a historical significance. We have cultural significance. And of course, the language as well. We have a very similar kind of dialect. Similar kind of ethics, similar kind of culture with our neighborhood. But there has been a lack between our communication and how they perceive us. So this is where our state of a relationship is in our neighborhood. Again, China is a problem. Everything that I would mention today won't be justified if I won't mention China into it. Every conversation we would have in different regions, China is a major player in today's time. There's a ever evolving, changing dynamics of power. That if you're a publisher, here we don't just talk, we explore question, and push beyond the ordinary. And if you're ready to see things from a fresh perspective, you're at the right place. Make sure to subscribe. We're just scratching the surface, and the next conversation might just change how you see the world.